Redistricting is bringing big changes to North Carolina's 5th congressional district for the 2020 election. One thing that hasn't changed is the incumbent Virginia Foxx. The Republican is now running for a 9th term in D.C. Her opponent is Democrat David Wilson Brown. Our Bill O'Neill breaks down the race.
Virginia Foxx did not respond to our request for an interview. Voters, however, likely know exactly where she stands on the issues after 16 years in Washington. Challenger David Wilson Brown, far less known. 2 years ago, he made an unsuccessful bid for North Carolina's 10th congressional seat. He's a progressive candidate from Gaston County who shares his ideas as well as his complaints about his opponent.
She is so against public education.
Brown and Foxx both have ties to Appalachian State University. He graduated from App. She worked there as a teacher. But that's the only thing they share in common when it comes to education. Foxx supports school choice and for-profit education. She's an ally of Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. And according to her campaign website, quote, the federal role in education should be reduced wherever possible.
Despite being someone who worked her way through our public education system, that angers me to no end. I think that our public education is the foundation for our society, and the amount of starving of funds that the Republican Party has done has really hurt where we're going to be successful in the future.
The newly drawn 5th District moved west. It still includes counties such as Wilkes and Allegheny, but not Forsyth. It's still Republican, and that's a problem for a progressive Democrat like David Wilson Brown.
Western North Carolina just needs to be reintroduced to what Democrats stand for and get past whatever this propaganda rhetoric they get just spewed at them from the right-wing media.
What is it that Democrats stand for that you believe is not getting out to the people in your district?
Well, I mean, number one is getting health care for all. If we cannot get health care for all, we are doing our people of America a great disservice. The whole point of insurance is everybody's kind of paying in together and helping each other out in that way. Why can't we do that as an American initiative?
Foxx has opposed plans for universal health care for years. She states on her website, quote, I will continue to oppose radical policies like Medicare for all, legislation that would eliminate private insurance and disrupt coverage for hundreds of millions of Americans.
My God, how many times has she voted against the ACA and repeal and replace without any plan to replace? She does not care about the voters, whether they're voting for her or not.
The Gaston County Democrat is critical of how the president has handled the pandemic.
Americans to die with no national testing plan, with so little done to actually prevent the spread of this, to constantly encourage and discourage the use of masks and encourage us to get back into things like reopening schools.
He proposes a jobs program to get the economy back on track.
A short-term fix to get these roads and bridges fixed, to do stuff like rural broadband, which is so important to my district because people are being left behind, especially school kids in this remote learning scenario. We have to deliver these things because there's no profit motive for corporations to do it.
He says American jobs are disappearing and worries about the future.
We need a modern jobs program. Immigration's not the job killer in America. Automation is. We're getting to a point, and we're going to lose like 73 million jobs to automation by 2030. That was the prediction in 2017. With this pandemic and the revealing of how fragile our human workforce is, that's only going to accelerate.
Brown knows his own job prospects are not great in this Republican district, but he offers this message to voters.
I think that it's important for people to hear ideas that are not radical, but would make a huge impact on their daily lives. It's important that you understand that you have the opportunity to elect someone who would actually represent you in Washington and not big corporate interests.
Mr. Brown challenged a 14-year incumbent 2 years ago when he lost to Patrick McHenry. This time around, he faces a 16-year incumbent in Virginia Foxx. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.